Okay, here we are in the beautiful coastal mountains of Oregon. I'm Dave, and we just did our roof. It's a family project and got it all done. And I had to take this solar water heating system apart to do the roof, and now I'm putting it back together. And I thought while it's apart, it would be a good time to do a little video on how what it looks like, how it goes together. This heats our water all summer. In the winter we heat the water through the wood stove, and I can't tell you how much money we save, but I'm sure it's quite a bit, because we get the hot water heated quite well, free in the summer and in the winter. The system involves a series of CPVC pipes, half-inch with 3/4 inch manifold, I guess you'd call it, on the ends, on both ends. And the pipes are, all of this is painted black, and the background there, the plywood it's sitting on, is painted black. I have one of the panels just laying on there, and the other one I don't have on there yet. It's over there, if you can see it, on the blue plastic, which, by the way, I cover it in the winter with. It's UV resistant, and it helps preserve the system here. The reason those pipes are not perfectly straight is because one time I had it empty, there was no water in there, and I didn't have it covered, and it heated, kind of warped the pipes, but it didn't make them leak. Or maybe there was a small leak and I was able to fix it. But anyway, there you have it. It's been here, I think, 4 or 5 years maybe, and working quite well. I did replace the back there, the bottom, or whatever you want to call it, that the pipes are sitting on, laying on. I replaced it with 3/4 inch because I had half-inch, and it didn't survive the 5 years or 4 years, whatever it was, very well. This is a water heater. It's a 66-gallon water heater. I bought it used off Craigslist. It, I think, maybe paid $40. I can't remember. It's been a while. And coming up from through the floor, or through the roof of the house, is the cold water pipe. That's the far one on the left, coming up, going into it goes in the top, but I'm pretty sure that pipe goes quite a ways down so that the cold water actually goes to the bottom. The hot water comes out of the top through the other pipe going down on the left there, and it goes down through. The roofing is reinforced. I reinforced it so that it would be able to take the heat, the weight of 66 gallons. And normally there's a house, kind of a housing around it with some extra insulation, and it has 4 walls and a roof, and the walls are metal, mainly because there's a pipe here and we don't want anything that's combustible near it. The way the rest of it works is coming out of the bottom over here on the lower left is and that's normally the drain, was the drain for the tank. All these connections are just natural connections, normal connections on a water heater. Which, by the way, you maybe have noticed there's an electric wire coming up here that's wired into the hot water system, so that into the electric system with proper breakers and all, and it's not hooked up right now. But if we have cloudy days, or in the spring or the fall when it's kind of in between heating the water through the wood stove and heating it through the through up here, we can just turn on the hot water in the evening if it's not hot enough for showers and so on. So down at the bottom there then is where the water comes out of the bottom of the tank. You probably are aware that the bottom of a tank, hot water rises. This whole system is based on hot water rising, and it goes to the top. That's where you pull the water out and use it in your household system. The water comes into this panel down here, this solar panel, this system down here. The water comes right through there, and it comes down here, which is the white, the clear, the off-white CPVC pipe there that comes through there. It's separated by this so that the heat from here, which is contained underneath the glass, the heat that comes up to here doesn't come into here, so it won't be kind of working against itself. I'm not sure this is necessary, but it seemed good to me to put it in here. And normally that's covered with a board like this one, which I'm going to now take off. And it kind of keeps it from the board, my reasoning is the board keeps that from getting heated up in there, so it will go downhill. That's going down the slope of the house roof. It comes down here. There's a drain down here that I can open up if I want to drain this, and I do during the winter. It's drained and covered with that blue plastic I pointed out before. But this is normal. In the summer this is closed. This drain down here is closed, and the water runs then across the bottom through that manifold, I think is the right term, and then it goes up the black pipes and into the manifold on the top, and then it goes out over here. It goes out there and through the top, and it's painted black all the way up to the place here where it goes in and up and then down. I have not seen inside that tank, but I assume that pipe goes quite a ways down there so that the cold... Oh wait, sorry, that's the hot water. The hot water goes into the top and stays up there. So that's that. And by the way, I tried another system. Which did not work. I tried using a 55, 60 gallon plastic tank and poly pipe. I tried this similar system using what this is called, also it's called thermosiphoning. Anyway, it did not work. It kept blowing out under the heat and leaking. So I took that all out and just went with the CPVC, which can take hot water, and it seems to be doing just fine. Thermosiphoning. The system is called thermosiphoning. The water rises, hot water rises, cold water drops down. That's the whole system inside of a water tank. And by the way, it's the same. We use the same thermosiphoning system down in the wood stove, where we heat the water in the winter. There's a tank down below that is raised higher than the wood stove, and so it thermosiphons, circulates through. So what's happening is the hot water goes up the slope of the roof here, and then it goes up into the top of the water tank. It comes out down at the bottom there into the bottom here, going all the way around the outside here, which is covered up. I just don't have the board on it yet. And into the bottom. So the cold water drops down. It tends to want to go down. The hot water tends to want to go up. So it's going down, going through the bottom here of this manifold, as I called it, going then up through the black pipes, which are heated, and then it goes up into there. I did have this hooked up without any glass on the top for about a week, and we got hot water, but not all that hot. Yesterday I put both of the glass pieces on the top, just laid them on the top, and we had very hot water last night. So the glass on the top really does help quite a bit, and it's, I think, called the greenhouse effect. It's called it's like a car with the windows rolled up in the summer. It gets very hot in there because it traps the heat and doesn't let it out. And that's how the glass works on this. I'm going to shut this off because I'm up to 11 minutes, it looks like. And maybe I'll do another short one and just talk about some other things.